In today's video we've got a small dent on the rear wing panel of this Mini Cooper, but what I wanted to show you today is a slightly different technique. So I'm actually going to be using a hook bar to remove this dent from the inside and using kind of a pulling technique as opposed to the usual twisting, but we're also going to do a little bit of twisting a bit later on in the finishing stages with what I call a swipe technique. As we take a look with the line board, you can see again just the size of the dent, so it's relatively small, a little bit deep, but it's not stretched to metal, so it should be quite straightforward. Now usually I would set up my glue gun assuming that I was going to pull this dent, but there is actually access on the inside, as you'll see just here. So it's always worth pulling back the wheel arch liners on the inside, both on the front and rear arches, and just checking what access that has. But you can probably make out this rubber bung just in here. I'm just going to pop that out of the way. And you can see they're just little rubber caps that go into the hole, but this one is actually just in the perfect place to be able to reach this dent. So I can get my finger just inside the hole there and actually touch the outer panel. And you can see me just moving the lines with my finger on the inside. So because we're working indoors, the light has kicked in on the camera. I don't know if that helps or makes it worse from a video point of view. It's certainly blinding me. But the dent we can see is just here, and as you can see from the inside, I was able to get the wheel arch line out of the way, remove that sort of small rubber grommet or that bung that was in there, and I'm able to get right behind it, and I can touch the back of the panel, touch the back of the dent. So that's really good news. I had my glue gun set up ready for a glue pull. I was going to use the smallest tabs I have from either Black Plague PDR or the Black Ice ones, the small little blue ones, and use the robo lifter. That was my intention, but it's always worth taking apart or at least getting behind and just checking. A lot of the time on rear wheel arch panels they're not accessible from the inside, but as it happens there's a hole just in the right place for the dent. So now it's just about tool selection, which tool is going to give me the reach versus which tool will give me the right leverage. So my go-to choice first was my standard door bar, just a little hockey stick bar from BLE. I can get it in and through the hole, but it gets me at this angle, so a little bit hard to see possibly, but I'm almost just above the dent really. So what I'm looking to do is switch to my hook bar. So the difference there being, obviously it's more of a hook, but by using this bar I'm able to still get into that hole, but then I can push that tip down a little bit and really get right into the edge of this wheel arch panel. So I'm going to warm up the panel, get this tool behind and just try and get the centre of the dent. Although it's a different panel, it's a similar dent to the one that was on the door on the other side in the earlier video. So I'm hoping to get behind it with a tool and just gently start working out the centre of the dent, because it's not stretched, but it's quite a sharp dent, or it's fairly deep. So warming it up, protecting the paint, making it a bit easier to move, and then just really gently getting the tool and just starting to ease out a little bit. So I'm going to get my tool in, hook it there, and then probably use a bit of a pull-in motion so that I can pull the bar back on itself as opposed to twisting. There will no doubt be a bit of twisting as well, but due to my access I'm really trying to get in there and then just sort of pull the bar backwards a little bit, still effectively pushing the dent out from the inside, but just getting the reach and then giving me the best leverage. So right now I've got the tool tip just here, so my dent is here and my tool tip is here. Using my left hand I can get behind the kind of hook section of the bar, just give me a bit more stability and a bit more leverage and force to be able to really kind of put some pressure on it but still be stable with the bar. And then my right hand is on the handle and I'm effectively going to be pulling that back towards me as opposed to twisting. And because of that, the hook bar that we're using, you can see the range of motion. The tool tip is touching the panel on the inside right now, but I'm really able to move the bar around a lot, left and right, up and down, and just kind of get it into the right position to give me the best kind of reach, really, best access into there. So warm up the panel, move the camera around, and we'll take out this dent. So the full tutorial for this particular repair is available via our monthly membership at learnpdronline.com. But what I really wanted to illustrate in this video was the use of a hook bar for getting to those wheel arch dents. Now, as it happens, there just happened to be a hole in the perfect place to give me access. But hopefully it gives you an idea of really kind of that tool selection, understanding what tool is going to give me the best reach versus which tool will give me the all-important leverage. So as always, I really hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. Don't forget, you can give us a thumbs up, like the video, and also hit that subscribe to be notified every time we update and release a new video.